What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Yeah, as you can see from the squad in front of you, we've got some new additions. So we have Rashford, we have Coman, we have Openda. I mean, that front four is just super quick, super sweaty, and so much fun. I chose the weak foot Openda purely because I think a striker should have really good feet. So that's why I chose that particular one. And 4-star skills, I mean, I don't do that many skills with my strikers anyway. That was my preference. So yeah, anyway, you're all here for another tactics video, and I've got the 4-2-3-1-2. So this is the wider version, if you like. The only difference I can really find between this one and the cams is the cams play higher up towards the striker, whereas on this one the element arm is slightly deeper. So you defend in like a 4-4-1-1, and I like that. So anyway, as you can see in front of you, we're going to go with balance 65 width, 65 depth. Now the depth is a bit of a talking point again, because I feel like the 71 depth is kind of creeping back in with the aggression. So the higher the depth, the more aggressive your team seems to be. If you do go to 71 depth, you are super aggressive. You're too much. You're over aggressive. So I think 65-60 is the right one. The reason I'm going wide is because I've noticed recently that when people are using the 4-3-2-1 against me, and I'm not using that particular formation at this point in time, their left back and right back are really wide, so I'm countering that with the width. And then we're going to go fast build up. Chance creation, believe it or not, in this formation is possession, because again, I want players to move. I want them to come to the ball. I don't want to be rigid or static. I want them to move around the pitch. So that's why I'm using possession. Obviously, you can use direct passing, but I prefer possession in this particular setup. My width on my attack is 50, then I'm going 7 in the box, 3 at corners, and 1 at free kicks. Now, you're going to see a mixture of elite rivals gameplay, you're going to see some foot champs gameplay, and you're going to see some qualification gameplay as well. So we're using this particular setup in all 3 modes. And yeah, watch the gameplay. I'll explain how this all works, how this all fits, and then we'll come back and do the instructions. So what I've tried to recreate, I guess, with this type of formation is more of the passing game, if you like, the more of the Tiki Taka that, you know, I remember from like FIFA 12 and stuff like that. It was, the Tiki Taka was like, it was so fun, it was enjoyable, the passing was just really good. And I've been trying to recreate it for a long time, and I've seen other people do it on YouTube where they say they've done Tiki Taka and stuff, and it's not the same, and this is the closest I think I can replicate to that type of football. You're going to see a lot of these clips, where I'm trying to, I guess, pass it out from the back, trying to pass it from defender to defender, from midfielder to defender, and just, these sweaty goals here are obviously irrelevant, but yeah, that's basically what I'm trying to do. I'm also trying a different technique in terms of defending as well. So rather than doing because I've been having a little bit of issues with the internet. I don't know if it's my internet or if it's something to do with FC24, but every now and again it's a bit laggy and stuff. So yeah, I've been trying to defend in a little bit of a different way. So rather than doing the switch into the closest player and stuff, I'm bringing the player that I'm in control at the time. Yeah, you're going to see a lot of Peter Crouch, by the way. I'm trying to level him up, believe it or not, and get him to a 90 rated. Don't ask me why, I haven't a clue, but I don't think many people are going to be doing Peter Crouch, and I thought it'd be quite fun to see what his finished article will look like. You could just see there that little bit of lag that kicked in. So yeah, anyway, as I was saying, it's the switching for me is a little bit off at the minute as well. So I'm just trying to defend with whoever I'm using at that point in time. You'll see clips where I'm probably using Werner, and I've got Werner to track back, or it's a Openda, or it's a winger, rather than the actual player that's closest to the ball. And this is what I was saying at the start about the skill with these wingers. Coman there, ball over the top of my opponent's head. Nice little pass into Højlund, get a penalty. And that's pretty much why I'm using the Rashford and the Coman. The Coman, I think, is better than Rashford, purely because I think Rashford's work rate lets him down. He's not an up and down winger, if you like. I really have to trigger Rashford's runs to get him to move. So for me, you can see that lag there again. So for me, he's a bit of a novelty player because I'm a fan, and in an ideal world, I probably wouldn't use him in the weekend league. Maybe as a sub, or possibly use him as striker. But I have that many strikers. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. I've said it before. Quite a few weeks ago, I have got a Road to Glory squad that let's say Road to Glories and Road to Evo squad, and I've got some interesting players that have been Evo'd quite high. So I think, yeah, I could use him in that squad 100%. So you're going to see that later on down the line. You're going to see that probably just before Tots. And then I'm going to use that in the weekend league and see how far it gets me. I do not have high hopes for that, but you'll understand more when you see that video being made. So yeah, let's get back to this one. Again, Coman on the wing, bit of skill, which is where I think the skills should be in this game. They should be out on the wings. If you lose the ball, you've got cover. I'm not a skiller at all, but here you can kind of see, we can stretch it out wide to the RM, get it to the striker. Apenda's really good at holding the ball up. Again, there's no limitations on my right back, and then a sweaty goal here, and Werner. Also, a lot of these games I was coming back from like 2-3 goals down as well, purely because of the lag situation. I gave away a lot of penalties. I gave away some stupid free kicks. Yeah, I can't deny it, and my opponents was just sometimes better. So that's pretty much it so far. So yeah, I'm going to use actually. Well, I've already used this in the weekend league. I've used it in elite rivals, and I've used it in qualifications as well. So just to confirm, it works across the board. So yeah, and again, old gen, it works on old gen, exactly the same setup. So that's pretty cool. And like I say, I'm just trying to get that possession based football. Not so I'm being annoying where my opponent can't get the ball off me, but I like the fact that you're in the 80th minute, you're in the 85th minute, you're 2-1 up, you're 3-2 up, whatever. You want to just pass it around a little bit, and I think personally that the passing in this game doesn't allow you to do that in your own half. In your opponent's half, you can do it as many times as you want and pass the ball around, but not in your own half. You'll often, if you do that crossfield pass, you'll often lose the ball. Like there, for example, you can see I've got a striker on me. Get a little bit lucky with the passing, but this is what I'm talking about. This is where the possession play comes into it, and that is what I was trying to achieve. Was that bit there, and it doesn't stop there. A bit of lag again. We move the ball forward, nice little bit of passing, and ultimately we get the goal. And that is what I wanted to achieve. I wanted to achieve that possession, that passing, and then the end result be the goal. So that is why I highly recommend this formation. I don't think this is necessarily a meta formation, and I don't see many pros using this one. However, if you like your Tiki Taka, if you like your passing, 100% definitely give this one a try. So let's jump into the instructions. So the instructions, as you can see from here, it looks like a 4-4-1-1, but the LM and RM are slightly in front of the DMs, but not so close to the cam or the striker or the CF in this case. So yeah, so left back and right back are on overlap. Left mid and right mid are on cutting side, getting behind, getting the box for crosses, as you can see there. So it's fairly attacking. The holding midfielder, cut passing lane, stay back, cover centre, deep line playmaker. I've explained that one before and I really like it. I'm not going to explain it again. Obviously, if you've watched my previous videos, you'll understand why I like that one. And then my box to box midfielder is on balance and cover centre. They work perfectly in harmony for me. This one here acts as like a quarterback type player, so I really like that. And then obviously my CF or my cam is on balanced, and my striker is on stay forward and getting behind. Now there's no point on asking him to stay forward, especially with his pace. I mean, 100 pace, 100 acceleration, 100 sprint is ridiculous. So, yeah, let him crack on. Let him do what he wants. These two are just so quick. And then the LM and RM in my case is 5-star skillers, bit of fun, bit of dribbling, especially with that agile dribbling. It just makes this formation and this particular setup so much fun. And Varane was just an absolute beast in defence. So, yeah. Anyway, let me know what you think to this one, guys. It is the first time I've ever done this formation on FC24. And again, it's the same setup for old gen. Don't have to change anything. Keep it as it is, as you see in front of you. So yeah, it's the first time I've done this particular setup, and I really like it so far. Again, it was a toss-up between this one and the 4-4-1-1, and they're pretty much identical, apart from the fact the front four are a flat front. Sorry, the midfield four are a flat midfield four, whereas this one, you know, the two holding players are slightly closer to the centre backs, and I prefer that protection. So yeah, anyway, let me know what you think to this one. Drop your comments, hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already. I would really appreciate it if you would drop that subscription, and you know, you hit that notification bell as well. It's free of charge, it doesn't cost anything, you know, and yeah, it just shows that my videos are being seen, and you guys are enjoying them, because obviously if you're not getting anything from it, then there's no point in me doing this. So yeah, it would mean a lot to me if you could do that. So yeah, anyway, everybody, enjoy your weekend.